Hello viewers, me and team here, welcome back to Let's Play Civ 4. And when I left off, there's something I hadn't realized, and it's something that made me take a break from this game for a little bit, although I'm getting back to it now. But a lot of you pointed out that Sitting Bull was killed on turn, turn 37, yes. So, after thinking about it, there's only one possible explanation of a turn 37 wipeout. Unfortunately, I'm doubting the event log will go back that long. But maybe it will, maybe it will. And it's going to, unfortunately, betray something that I'm almost certain I will see, because the AI, in order to declare war that early in the game, has to have a strategic resource that allows it an offensive unit of some kind or have a unique unit. In other words, Montezuma would needed to have hooked up copper and built enough units by turn 37, or he would have needed to have iron working. However, this is ridiculous. This is 3100 BC. Not sure if it shows events or not, but that's almost certainly the result of the Archer Uprising. There's no way the AI could have gotten a wipeout by 3100 BC. There's just that. It goes against the script. So, I don't know. So we almost certainly have a situation where a random event, which shouldn't even be on in the first place in any competitive setting ever, and this is supposedly a competitive setting, is strongly influencing the outcome of the game. And yeah, we're not seeing events here, unfortunately, in the event log. We're not seeing the random events anyway. Oh no, there we go. But apparently it's only for us, not for them, not for other civilizations. So whatever. We can't see it, but that was an Archer Uprising. It's the only one that can happen that soon, and there's no way Montezuma could have done that kill. And we'll probably see that once we get a map over there. But that also answers the question that I was wondering about on the demographics. Who the heck has this much land? Well, now we know. It's Montezuma. And that will influence how quickly I can win this game. Now, another thing I'd like to mention, though, is that I did not realize early in the game how much not starting with the proper technologies for Immortal was influencing the AI ability to defend itself early in the game. I watched a video by Absolute Zero, I believe his name is Chris with some numbers on YouTube, where he started with the same Zulu and also an Immortal, and he just impy rushed. And when last I checked in his first video, he was over here somewhere capturing the Indian capital, having killed everyone else along the way. It was just impy because the AI didn't have archers yet. At like 1800 BC or something, he's over here, and the AI still doesn't have archers on Immortal. If I had known that, man, I would have done the same thing. It's I might have executed it slightly worse than him, but I would have still easily done the job. And certainly a Pratt Stomp, which many of you requested, could be doable with Rome, Iron being right here, and us knowing that. Or War Chariots. The Egyptians get those, and they are just as nasty, if not more nasty, than Impy. And so, a lot of options there. One could always pick Native America over here, research bronze working, and wipe everyone out. Or do a similar thing with the Holcons of Maya. So that throws a wrench into plans. Anyway, I'm trying to get a grip for bearings on what I was doing here. I was trying to steal something. Now I don't remember what I was trying to steal anymore because it's been a while because I was in a bad mood over BS. What does he have that I do not have? Oh, I was probably trying to steal optics en route to living astronomy. And I cannot do that. Okay, well, there you go. And it was probably not many turns off as I'm running the espionage slider for some amount. So that's almost certainly my rationale there. I'm guessing these cities have already finished their stuff. Who's got Apostolic Palace? Ramesses. So I've got the AP religions. And I'm not running it? What am I? Christian. Okay, no, it is. Okay. Alright. Bearing on game gotten. Let's end turn then. Hopefully the turn times will be a little bit better than the last video because I have taken a break. No. This isn't memory leak or anything any longer. This is just processing cycles on a large map with a lot of war. Well, okay. go ahead and try and steal technology. Oh no, I was trying to steal compass.
The wisest men follow
Alright
their
then,
own
how much
direction.
espionage do I have on him now? Practically none. Let's cut this. Pump this up a little bit. And maybe I want to try and sneak optics in before liberalism. Nobody else is near liberalism. And astronomy will give me a powerful multiplier right away. So yeah, this map can be won with just straight aggression. And I would probably recommend doing that to you guys if you haven't done so yet. If you haven't played it yet. Just rush the AI right away. Even warrior rushing would probably get you a civ or two killed. Probably two. You could probably kill out 2 AIs with almost anybody on this map with a warrior rush. So plan accordingly. I can't see anything else being competitive, but I will play this game out since I've already started a let's play on it, and we'll make sure I'll play it out until I either win or lose. Also, people have been requesting I play as the Khmer, but at this rate, if you can just warrior rush, I would just warrior rush China and become China. So yeah, not so good, not so good. Do have plenty of spies. And let's just farm because I don't have a whole lot else to do. And I'm guessing I went for just sufficient food to where cottage is and then cottages after that. Yeah, and I'm sitting on a +4 food surplus here, which for slow growth cities I'm fine with that. This is pretty much all hammers. I think this one was meant to be all hammers as well. Yes, okay. Good, good. The past me is not doing anything stupid. Oh, someone was saying I should use a workboat. Let's see. That was over a fish tile. As of video 4. I don't see where that is. I have all of my seafood that is within my fat crosses improved already. This is Ramesses' workboat, as you can see. And I have 4 food yield here already, so that's fine. I thought maybe he was referring to this one, but he said he wasn't. And this one I can't do until I get optics, so that's why that's not improved yet, because you need optics for whaling boats. And yeah, the diplomatic situation is pretty crazy. How's the tech situation? Like I said, I was either planning on using tanks, or if the AI wasn't teching fast enough, cavalry. And I'll stick to that. I have a good production base with the AP, and I'll have towns then with universal suffrage, so even my commerce cities will be contributing to some degree by that point. I think we'll just be farming that. Getting this con getting beat down by China, although that's not a very important city. Yeah, I was playing a game with Petrox on this map, just screwing around with Mongolia, and was totally obliterating China with medieval war, just because they started culture whoring me, so I decided to pay them back for that a little bit and take them out. And Chokanus can be pretty rough, certainly. But if you have knights, they can't attack your top defender very easily. And then, of course, they're pretty sad on defense against trebuchets, so they're still very much beatable in the medieval era, even though they are certainly better than things like the Holy Roman unique unit and other assorted crap like that, which is pretty disgraceful, actually. And do I have my religion spread in all my cities? I do. Okay, good. I hit escape. There we go. It only took over a second.
Discover new lands without losing
Love bad interface. Lag. Okay, aqueduct harbor here will give me considerable commerce, considering. And we'll just make a whaling boat there. That's Shift and W, one of the more awkward hotkeys in the game. But Shift and W is also shared for water mills and for wineries. So it is used a couple times at least, so you do get used to a pattern there when it comes to hotkeying tile improvements. Alright, got a lot of people going into peace. Still not sure what Rome's planning, or if they're currently at war. Let's have a look. No, they're the only ones who aren't fighting that are plotting, I think. Are India too? No. Whatever. It's fine. The end goal here is just to kill everybody anyway. Someone is saying, don't AP cheese or don't go culture or whatever on this map. Are you kidding me? I'm playing this for score. I'm not doing anything like that. That's silly. but I'm not going to get a high score. Not with people able to rush out almost the entire old world with their starting units. It might not be too far behind just because the top scores are usually like early 1000 AD finishes with lots of with corporation abuse anyway. So that's a possibility, but I don't think I can keep up with the tech rate that they'll eventually have with that many cities. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let's go ahead and build some wealth. The tech rate is certainly not too bad. In fact, by normal game standard, it is excellent. Although you have to factor in the extra starting worker when it comes to that. Man, everyone's just... It's like a mass outbreak of peace. It's disgraceful. Alrighty. I think I'm coming pretty close to the time period where I can start automating my workers. A lot of my land is improved already. And that is a good feeling, I'll tell you what. Yeah, expansive harbors, go for them. They're good. Get to liberalism a turn sooner. Genghis Khan liberated a city for some reason. Where did this happen? Ugh. And how am I doing on espionage on Mansa? Not so great. Not sure if I'll actually tech steal with him. I was kind of thinking the AI would do better in terms of tech rate than it's doing, frankly. Yeah, astronomy is easily the best deal here.
Any society that would
So
give
we're
up a
gonna
little
get
liberty
that.
to gain a little security.
Get some multipliers building right away in cities that are otherwise building nothing or building wealth, which isn't nothing actually. Wealth is significantly better than nothing. But multipliers to help my research further would not be unwelcome at all. So we'll get that going. And yeah, I think it's time to start automating workers that are not already placed where I want them to be. I don't see a whole lot happening. Do not want free religion. Or free speech just yet. Have I constructed Oxford yet? I have not. I need another university to construct Oxford. And what's my best research site? It is still Lundy by quite a margin. I'm only running hereditary rule, right? Yeah, so part of that's the bureaucracy effect. But being my capital with the palace makes a difference too, and I'm not sure I really want to move it. I don't think Ulundi will fall behind my other cities that badly over time, so should be okay there. What am I going theology for? Oh, was I going to live divine right or something? Or use theology in some capacity? I don't remember any longer. I don't think that that's necessarily my best path now. Oh, or maybe they built a apostolic palace, but I was considering the apostolic palace for myself. Regardless, we'll do this, because that will improve our tech rate even further. And okay. I heard a university be built. This is a much better deal than an observatory now that it's available, so I'll switch over. And can anyone trade me stone? Or will anyone trade me stone? The answer to that question is no, and I don't think I have it, so that sucks a little bit. I am an organized religion with bureaucracy, however, so I am getting some bonuses in my capital. Turn, roll over, go. Good. Completed harbor. Let's drop an observatory. And yeah, now I'll just automate. It's fine. And now my cities are getting populated and working good tiles, so it's becoming less and less of a draw to whip. And I probably will just let them grow as I approach emancipation. Maybe go for some mass conquest after that. Ooh, a spy. Can't do anything with him, but I want to save him for later. Couple guys not automating still. We'll still do a little bit. We'll transition into the automation gradually. Why not? Vikings starting to plot war. I'm going to pick myself for AP resident. And what's going on over here? Yeah, this this island is terrible for all intents and purposes. Madagascar really got hosed, and it always seems to in the Earth 18 maps. Just give them a clam or a crab or something. I'm sure they have clams and crabs near Madagascar. Throw the island a bone here. Make it at least habitable in Civ terms. Pre-biology. I know people lived there before biology was a technology, so come on now. Although I guess it could be worse. It does give me one more luxury resource, and that does help. Alright. Oh, maybe I do have some wiping left to do. Got a Christian monastery going up in that new city. Or relatively new city. It's been around for a few turns now. And it is one of those fishing villages, and you do want to try to whip those early on to get them set up, because they take forever otherwise. Barbarians getting picked off by China. That's actually an okay city, much better than the city he has here. And when I was playing as the Mongols, I was having fits trying to figure out how to use this, eventually deciding to settle here. Even though it would take a long time, I just put a chop into trying to get a border pop for the deer. Yeah, I think that's how it went, just because that took forever. But okay. And maybe one of my coastal cities, after they're done building their other multipliers, can afford to build a couple caravels and go out exploring. Although, realistically, I'm probably just going to get it through map trades. Like, I'll probably meet Montezuma soon enough anyway. Julius declares on Catherine. That seems a little on the suicidal side. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe he'll win. AI does funny things sometimes. Did I not build an observatory here, or did it just go quickly enough? I'm so pro. Completely neglecting to micro a city at all. Oh well. And I'm farming this because it's the only way to get a farm here. Which is actually going to help the city grow. Although it is growing a little bit. I guess just on straight 2 food tiles off the coast there. I don't know if I want to trade you my world map. What do you want for it? He probably has explored somewhat. No, he is not. Yes, I'll give you fish. And that reminds me, I need to cancel other deals going on. Well, with the exception of one deal anyway. Yeah, she can keep getting the crabs from Shaka. And she can keep liking that. So typical of Kathy. And, yeah, sure, we'll build a market. I could consider Forbidden Palace, but I don't know. I don't think I'm paying much in the way of maintenance to merit sinking the hammers on that. Would you just... There we go. Yeah, 3.63 maintenance, of which distance from Palace is a significant component, actually. But the Akonda is really taking the maintenance down, so I don't have to worry about it too much. And you can see that in place there. I mean, that's basically 2 gold per each of my distant cities above a normal barracks, and it's aggressive, so it's reduced cost, despite the base cost being higher than a normal barracks. Yes, if you make a demand like that, I'll give it to you. I'm not interested in getting into a war because I didn't give somebody a world map. And we'll just keep building wealth to pump our slider and research rate. And let's check out the tech situation, because I haven't done that in a little while. Less apt to do it when tech trading is off. Although tech trading off is probably the better game setting. And yeah, a little surprisingly, AI tech rate is on the slow side here. I mean, they have guilds on me, and machinery for that matter, as well as feudalism, but I am way ahead on the economy technology, so if I don't get killed soon, I'll be running away with this game. Well, that's the way the AI plays it. Oxford in 5. That's pretty good Oxford time, at least for a standard map. Again, though, that's probably more a factor starting with extra cities than quality of play for me. Not that I feel like I've played this map too badly, Although in retrospect, I took a strategy that was not optimal only because another one became way more optimal than it ever had been in the past. But that's okay. We can get by. Oh, someone else was telling me how I didn't need the warriors early in the game. Well, my response to that particular comment is I was using them to block barbarians from spawning, and for their cost, they do a very effective job at that. And yeah, like their presence was literally preventing spawns from even happening. So I did not have to worry about barbarians at all because of those warriors. Whereas if I didn't do that, I would have had to fight a few of them and quite a few barbarians. Especially with Egypt getting the Great Wall. Oh my god, I would have had like tons and tons of barbs in my face constantly. And yeah, I could have dealt with them, but it would have been less hammer efficient. Building the Great Wall probably would have been less hammer efficient and using units as well. So it just depends on preference, I guess. But alright, got some more automating to do here. And it looks like Mali is going a similar tech path to me. He is ahead of me, but not by enough where stealing is really a relevant approach any longer. No, I don't think I'll cancel deals with anybody for now. Forge done is useful. I guess part of the reason the city's actually doing decently is that I have the Apostolic Palace buildings in it already. Forgetting how I managed that. Maybe I chopped for them or something. Yeah, I could do worse. It's certainly making more gold than it's spending even now, surprisingly. And it's because it's not too far from my palace. Some good trade route commerce because it's considered an intercontinental city. So yeah, I guess you could do worse than Madagascar. And this is going to be farmed as soon as I can. But I'm not going to whip it because its regrowth rate is going to be so pathetic. It's only going to have, well, it will have +4 while working food neutral tiles. Maybe I'll put Maui statues there eventually as well. Alright, more research. We're up to 716 beakers a turn now for those who don't watch this in high def. That's understandable on some connections. When I DSL for a while, that high def watching was questionable. I mean, sometimes I would just like turn up a YouTube video or something and then go make food or go do something else while it was buffering and then come back. I'm just going to abstain.
You must speak to the soul in order to electrify him.
What'd you get for not having me be the AP resident? What's my best hammer city? I could try for the Taj Mahal. I'm almost certain somebody else will get it. Ulundi, of course, is going to be my best hammer city. Of course. So we'll take a shot at that. Pretty sure Mansa Musa will get it, although he does not have marble. Or does anyone else have nationalism? Because someone else I could see beating him to it as well if they have it. Wow. Ramesses up to physics on a straight beeline. That's interesting, considering he lacks guilds. Heck, he doesn't have education. I didn't know you could get there without it. I guess through chemistry? Yeah, he must have done that. Hang on, what do you need to get scientific method? Well, you need astronomy, which requires really not a lot. So no, you just need paper and printing press. Okay, well, that's fine. Man, Montezuma's taking forever to meet me. Maybe I really do want to do something about that. Oh, interesting tip is you can reach the city from the ocean, although annoyingly you can't build ships there. That would be a really nice place to build ships and to mass ships because the AI wouldn't be able to reach it and pick off your transport while you're chaining them around. But if you put a fort here, you can go into these lakes with a fort bridge. And you could also like put a fort here and reach into here, even here. So you can get pretty deep into Africa with ships, which is I don't know if it would be so easy in real life to get into the dead center of the jungle with boats, but whatever. We've already cleared all the jungle at 1000 AD for the most part, so rainforests be screwed forever. We're environmentalists here, I'd say. Yes. And okay. Well, like I said, I don't want to go too heavy on the caravels, but maybe I'll throw the ocean a bone or two and chuck out a couple of them. That way when an AI declares war on me much later in the game, they can kill those off and get fake war success. Oh my god, the turn times are incredible. There we go. Market is done. We don't need anything else for now, so just build a wealth. Genghis Khan declared war on China and took that same city back that was taken before. So they are fighting over crap lands. So are you now willing to trade me a banana? Thanks for that bug mod. If I have problems with health in a lot of cities, maybe I'll do such trades, but not for now. And how long off am I from my next great person? Oh, Ahsoka declared on... what? What? That is bizarre. Of all people, why Ahsoka? Actually, no, I didn't refuse a demand. I didn't. You don't see like you refused to help us for resources or something like that. Although he was annoyed with me, but he was also annoyed with China, who's closer, and annoyed with Kathy, who's closer. So that's weird. And let's see if I can screw with things a little bit here. Looks like my route is through you. No, you will not declare war on Ahsoka. I'll stop trading with Ahsoka. Wait a minute. You're pleased towards him? Wow, that's interesting to know. Yeah, he is. Who else does Ahsoka have to traverse through in order to reach me? China. Well, or Russia. So let's see what those guys have to say. They don't even have open borders, so he must be getting through Russia. Yeah. And of course, she won't take an embargo at pleased. Do I have engineering? I really didn't want to deal with this. He's almost certainly targeting Bulawayo. So, got some desperation to pull here. Unfortunately, this is not a hill city. Do I have engineering? I didn't check. I do not. Doesn't look like I can get it in a timely fashion either. I do have machinery because I was going for optics. Okay then, stop producing caravels. My best bet is not... wow, I don't have longbows available to me either. Looks like crossbows would be a decent substitute given the type of enemy that's in the stack. I'm going to mass inefficiently whip crossbows in my cities. It's certainly better than dying. It's going to slow me down a bit, but whatever. And dump those in there. And hopefully engineering will help them transport there more quickly. And yeah, I'll get walls next turn. So that should help protect me from any shenanigans. Oh my god, turn times. So I can't negotiate an embargo, so I can't stop reinforcements really. If I'm lucky, the Apostolic Palace will intervene. But let's not rely on luck too much. Gonna take a long route here apparently. And yeah, the walls will be done before he bombards. So, oh, they stepped on that mine, which means I'm kind of out of luck there. And that is an advantage to having a lot of cities. You can, in desperation, produce troops very quickly. Okay. No, it will whip even another crossbow. Yeah, nothing in there is particularly advantaged against crossbows. So that's what I'm going to use. If I had access to knights or something, I'd use them as well, but I don't. And alright. Hopefully this should be good. I'm going to have a crossbow stack almost as large as this catapult stack. And then let's try to get engineering next turn. I'll try and whip in a castle right after the walls. So he'll have to bombard through even more stuff, giving me time to fortify up. Uh-oh. Well, now I have to watch my troops moving into danger. And I'll try to interrupt that now. Because this is supposedly a competitive format, and reloading is probably not kosher on it. Even though my units moving into danger would be pretty good reason. Especially given that their orders did not interrupt. You saw that their orders didn't interrupt, despite going here. So, that's definitely something asinine about this game. And let's see. Let's see how they... and that'll give me an extra turn to put up a castle. So this war is going to take the AI forever before it can declare. And now that I've committed to long crossbows as my defensive unit, probably don't need to research feudalism for longbows. Yeah, you can just auto-explore. You cannot get into a safe location. So, here we go. Inefficiently whip a castle. It hurts to do it, but it beats the alternative, which is losing the city. No, I did not... well, there's a good chance I'm going to lose this guy now. Just because of asinine. I was trying to check the path and that didn't happen. I'll give him combat. So gay. But yeah, now we have a castle there. And with that few catapults, it's going to take the AI forever to beat me there. Of course, it will pillage all my cottages, apparently. Wow, it just completely obliterated that town. Well, that's what I get. But let's see how many crossbows I managed to put up in this city. Ragnar declared on Manta. I have 10 crossbows versus... he has a lot of catapults. Go ahead and fortify that. Auto-explore. Just build wealth. I don't really want to get too wrapped up in this war. I'm basically just trying to buy time until I can get out of it. And of course they're pillaging me. I could probably attack this stack instead, crossbows being its only thing, but I think I'd rather defend. The defensive bonuses are going to be nicer if I can get enough units to not take too much trouble from the collateral. Alternatively, I could just try and buy out of the war. Without tech trades, I'd probably need gold for that. Unless, of course, they... AI gets beaten so badly that it doesn't, that's just once war anyway, once peace anyway, and pays me for peace. That wouldn't be bad either. You take shock, and yeah, actually block a little bit. That works for me. No, I don't think representation is worth the anarchy, considering my proximity to democracy. Taj Mahal still hasn't gone, surprisingly enough. Oh, and it's a good thing I noticed this, because I didn't before. It's got a crossbow and a bunch of catapults here. I do have 2 axes. Well, we are going to whip walls here. Yeah, unfortunately this is going to set me back a bit, but not a lot I can do about it. Yeah, I neglected my defenses a bit, so... Okay, yeah, you can see my attack rate plummet as I inefficiently whip units in mass. And he will bombard that down. Strangely enough, the pike decided not to do anything about that. What kind of odds do I get? If I took combat, I could probably get 50%. Yeah. That's crazy, isn't it? That one promotion and I get 27% odds. It really makes a big difference. But City Garrison is a superior promotion for one fighting in cities. So, I'll do that. The AI just doesn't have threatened me there. At least that's the hope. I'm going to inefficiently whip the castle. It'll give the reduced damage bombardment faster. Oh, it pains me so much, but we're going to whip one more here too. It's alright. If we live, we'll still be fine. We will still be fine. Yeah, up to 76% now. And they bombard just 10 per turn. It's so terrible. So I just reinforce it with a few crossbows, build a few more crossbows. Crossbows are better than longbows anyway, so whatever. Longbow, oh, in real life, crossbows are cooler. That's what I'm trying to say. People who were actually trained well with longbows were very effective in combat in real life. Although you could still get more force on a crossbow bolt if it was a well-designed crossbow. It took forever to reload and fire another one though, so it just depended on what kind of armor you were involving and what, whether you're trying to go for a quantity of shots fired versus sheer impact, depending on the numbers you had. A lot of things, of course. But crossbows changed how people had to use armor because crossbow bolts could beat armor. And pretty significantly at times. So yeah, I should have enough defenses here. Fortunately, I had machinery. Would have been quite problematic without it. And it's not really interfering with my wonder production too much, so... yeah, I'm not losing too many beakers actually doing this. I just hope I have enough crossbows actually defending here. Interestingly, he's not pillaging my roads. I don't see why. Roads are an extremely effective form of form of defense. And there we go, lost Taj Mahal. It's not really an unexpected outcome. Julius Caesar's getting his butt kicked by Russia. It's not too shocking. Let's build some wealth. Now maybe I'll pop a Great General, which I can then attach. Let's see, you want about as many defenders as they have offensive things. So I have 12, he is, let's see, 2, 6, plus how many catapults? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 13. Yeah, I'm a little behind here. I do have typing advantage though. So it could be worse. If I could, I would like to kill this. Yeah, surprisingly I was able to do it. Probably lose him back to the crossbow, but that's fine. That's a trade I'm willing to make. And he'll actually talk to me. Well, whatever. I'm not going to get cocky and be like, ooh, I'm just going to defend him. No, that's fine. We're good. Stop on the crossbow, start on the stuff again. So, yeah, there you go. There's some actually effective castles. Yeah, I know, I'm surprised too. Except not really, because I've used them before. But the AI just takes so long to bombard through castles until you get the gunpowder unit bombardment. And I think I will invest in jails, because I can steal technology from people. I have a fairly large empire, and intend to make it larger. So jails help me with war weariness too, which can really become a problem on these large maps. So that's the idea. We're just going to play defense for a while again. That's funny though. I just won one battle. He's like, yeah, I'll take peace for 20 gold. 20 gold. That's all it took. And I'm pretty sure that's the only battle. Screw slave revolts, man. I don't even care if that war goes on or not. What? What the heck? Not sure what's up with this one. Oil platform on land, on an island. Well, who am I to judge? I've done weirder things in my map making days than that. I've put minor nations called Atlantis on the world before and given them. Actually, I did. I called a city Atlantis, stuck it here, give it like every building in the game, including the lighthouse and the Viking unique building. So all the sea tiles were 3 food, so it would just grow like crazy. And then of course it had Maui statues and a dike, so that was a very dangerous city and a difficult one to take because I gave him quite a few defenders also. Pretty lame, pretty lame. Especially since it could be so threatening in the early goings. Although I think it gave it astronomy but not any other technologies, so it couldn't like attack you with units you couldn't stop right away, like you wouldn't get rifle rushed by it. But it was a pretty funny minor save. And the way minor saves work in Civ 4, because they're not in the game by default, is that they are at war with everyone by default if you put them in. You can thus threaten anybody. Yeah, but that was not meant to be a competitive map, so having it randomly wipe someone out isn't the same thing as in a competitive setting, having civs randomly get wiped out right away. That's just uncool. And uncalled for. Okay then. Well, okay. We've come pretty good distance in this, and hey, we met Montezuma. So we'll have a look at him in the next part. And wow, there is ice along the bottom here. Usually you don't see this. But anyway, thumbs up if you liked the video, and I will see you in the next one, viewers. Me and team signing off.